everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. We're going to be doing a spring slash summer, and we're going to be fashioning after the color of the year for 2024, which is peach fuzz. And I wanted to do a whole makeup look centered around peach fuzz. So if you guys are new here, my name is Stacy. I feature unfiltered makeup opinions, honest reviews, tutorials, and if you guys like content like that, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and leaving me a comment down below so we can have a chat in the comments, and it'll tell the algorithm to push this video out to other people as well so they can see me, my beautiful, smiley face. Not only are we going to be peach fuzz themed, but it's basically going to be like a whole glowy summer makeup moment. I need some summer in my life because summer means more sun and less rain, like what we're getting right now. So first off, we're going to do the bronzy drops from Drunk Elephant. This is just a sample that I have, and I like to pair it with the e.l.f. moisturizer with oat milk. And this is going to create like a really nice bronzy look for me. I actually had a thought the other day, and I was like, what if you mixed a cream bronzer with like one of those sheer, like the Juvia's Place Glow Radiance Booster, or even just some like highlighter drops or something like that, and you actually made your own bronzy drops. I was wondering and curious if like we could do that. So I was actually thinking about making a video all about unconventional ways to like dupe viral products. I'm in the mood for a tinted moisturizer with this like glowy peachy look, so we're going to use the Skin Treat Poreless Tinted Moisturizer from Tarte. Technically it's Sugar Rush. The shade that I have is Fair. This is like a very moussey formula, but it's also a skin tint, and it will just like lightly cover the skin. I want to see how this looks because I'm in the mood for like a very skin tinty feel. It just gives it a really nice natural coverage. Okay, I'm actually going to use the Iconic London Prep Set Glow. This actually is going to give my face like this like luminous glow, and that's what I want. So for bronzer, I'm going to use the contouring wand from Physicians Formula. This one I just like to apply directly to my skin, and then I blend out. Very creamy, very pigmented, and it is actually like really blendable as well. So I just have a little bit on the end here because it like squeezed out really bad the other day. It decided to like explode all over my face, making a mess as I do this. And then I just blend this out with a brush. You'll see as it blends out, it kind of just dissipates, but like dissipates really nicely. And it'll give me this really nice like contoured, bronzy, beautiful look. Like this is just going to be so pretty. So one side is bronzed, one side is not bronzed, but you'll see it just gives this really nice like subtle bronze to it. And it is such an easy product to work with. Like it blended so well. I look like I'm painting myself. So we're a little bit bronzed. I did just realize I forgot concealer, so I'm just going to place a little bit of the Fit Me right here to conceal. Like I have a little bit of like dark circles, but honestly in the summertime, in the springtime, when I'm going for like glowy spring like skin makeup, I typically only place this in the corner of my eye anyway and just blend a little bit. You'll see it like really nicely smooths the under eye and it brightens it just enough. All right, now I'm going to take the Matte Beauty Blush Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Peach Pop. I love the shade, and it is that peachy tone, and we're just going to use this to blush in my cheeks. I'm actually just going to focus it like right at the temple because of the way that it's a pretty pigmented formula, and I really enjoy it. Very easy to blend out. So we're just going to focus it here. Like the first time I tried this, I had like the biggest blown out blush because I didn't realize like how pigmented it was. And I've discovered that applying it on the temple and then diffusing it out really helps with like that really nice blushy ombre effect. And it actually like lifts my face as well. And it's easier to do it with that blush. We are going to take the LA Girl This is the like Pro setting powder in the shade Pink. And we're gonna just gently set my under eyes. And this is a peach undertone. I actually like this because it does brighten my under eyes too. But I mean, if we're going peachy, we might as well brighten with like a pink undertone, right? Right? I just set in the areas where I tend to crease a lot, where like I tend to get a lot of wear. So I'm going to set my chin, around my nose, on my under eyes. What I'm doing is I'm lightly pressing in, tapping off the excess, and it's like barely coated. And then we're just going to dust this on the face. The LA Girl Pro Setting Brightening Loose Setting Powder in the shade Pink. It's a really good shade for like brightening. It has that peachy tone to it. And now we have this completed like foundation face. We're very peachy, but I want to go a step further. And we're going to actually put on a blush topper. And I've been debating in between these two. We have the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush in the shade Shimmery Rose, but this one's actually kind of like a peachy tone. And then we also have the Georgia. This is like a blush lighter from Benefit. And it smells so good. I think we're going to use the one from Benefit. I really enjoy this one. And it's got that peachy tone. And it'll layer really nicely on top of the Charlotte Tilbury. And it'll actually give me more of that like peachy pop. Like that. Like just a little bit to like peach it up a little bit. And then we're going to take a dragon fruit highlighter in the shade Tropico. So we have the Tropico dragon fruit highlighter. This is actually a like multi-chrome highlight, and it has a peach, yellow, pink, purple like shift to it, and it's really pretty. It's from Clionadh Cosmetics, and it's just this beautiful like multi-chrome beautiful goodness, but it really gives this like nice peachy tone as well. And I like it as a highlight, and it's really nice like if you just barely tap into it and you just very, very lightly put it on the face, and it makes you look almost like wet eyeshadow. The eyeshadow I'm super excited about. We're actually going to be using the What's Up Beauty Geodes palette. This is actually a couple years old, but the color story inside just screams to me like summer. Like look at the greens in here, look at some of the peachy tones, the purple tones. Like it's such a beautiful eyeshadow palette, and we're going to play with this one today. I love this eyeshadow palette. I've had it for so many years. I'm going to prep the lids with the Shadow Stick base from Sigma Beauty. This is the shade Ignite. This is such a great matte primer, and I really like it. I typically just like tap it into the lid and make it even all over with a concealer brush. Okay. We're going to use this shade right here, which is called Rock. One thing I also really like about this palette is the fact that like a lot of the shades in here are more on the cool tone side. So I don't actually have a problem with these shades. I actually tend to lean more on the cool tone side when it comes to eyeshadows as well, because I have cool tones in my skin. So cool toned eyeshadow just tends to look better. Taking the shade and we're just putting it into the crease. Look how beautiful that blends out. If I remember right, these are made in like Italy. These eyeshadow palettes from What's Up Beauty are actually made in Italy, which means that they're a pretty high quality like product that's made in Italy. The labs are just like so good. And this is made in Italy, and it's such a good palette. I absolutely love it. I also have the Desert Monsoon palette. That one is actually another really good one. I'm actually going to take this shade right here. It's called Rhode. I'm going to tap this off, and we're just going to focus this on the outer corner. This is like a mauve-y pinkish with a little bit of a purple undertone. And you'll see it's just going to like play really nicely with that other shade, and it's going to blend out really nicely. I'm going to take this brush. This is actually a Singe EO1, but it's just like a flat brush, and it's a little bit pointed, but this is like the perfect inner corner brush. And look at all these beautiful shades in here, but the one we're going to use is called Agate, which has like this purpley, like peachy shift to it. It's so pretty. It looks really nice on the eyes, and it just like brightens everything up. But if we're going for this peach look, we're going to wet it down. We're going to use that shade Agate. And like I said, we're doing a peach look. So we're just going to put this all on the inner portion of the lid. Oh, it's so pretty. Like, I love this shade so much. I'm just gonna take my finger because it's gonna be a little bit more pigmented, and I'm gonna actually just press this into the rest of the lid. We're just taking it to like the inner portion in the middle. You'll see it's like this really beautiful like duochrome, and it's like purple peachy goodness. It's so pretty. So we have like a peach eye going right now. We actually have a matte yellow in here I also want to use. I actually have like a pencil brush. I'm going to take that matte yellow and we're going to place this on the lower lash line. I'm going to use my Sigma switch and clean this brush off because I actually want to use it with one of the shimmer shades, and it's going to be this one right here. It's called Citrine. This is actually a yellow shade, and we're going to gently take the tip of the brush, push this into the inner corner, like right there, because it's like a yellow. That is so pretty. Like, look at the difference. It brightened so nicely. Like, it's a gold peach moment working, and it looks really pretty. And that yellow is translating almost like a really warm brown, and I like the way it looks. The last thing we're going to do is take some of the highlight again, and I actually want to put a little bit of this on the inner corner as well. I'm going to take my pinky and just like very lightly dip in and then just place it right there. And it'll just layer nicely on top of that yellow. Now we're going to spray with the Maybelline Lasting Fix. I just want a clear brow gel, so that's what we're going to do today. So here is the completed eyeshadow look with mascara, but I'm going to take it one step further and we're going to put a white eyeliner on the tight line of my lower lashes. I found that this specifically just like brightens up my lower lash line so beautifully. Now that we have almost the entire face completed, we're actually going to move on to lips. And I always forget lips, which I know if you're new to this channel, I forget lips a lot, but today we are going to be doing them. They're going to be peachy, orangey themed. The first thing we're going to use is this Huda Beauty. It's the Warm Brown Lip Contouring Lip Liner, and it actually like it retracts, which is really cool. I love the design of this. But we're going to line the lips with this. And we're just lining the lips, so there is going to be a void like in the middle of my lips because we're actually doing something a little bit kind of like ombre with the lips, but we're taking the shade Hustle from e.l.f. This is their Satin O-Face lipstick. It's my favorite lipstick. And we're going to put this right in the middle. And now we have like an ombre lip. It's really pretty. And I like that it's like a darker lip with really light eyes. It looks really beautiful. And we could take it one step further. Sometimes I take my highlight and I just place like the smallest amount right on my lips. And then you get this really pretty like duochromy lip as well. And it just looks really nice. What do you guys think of this peach look? What do you guys think of this like peach fuzz inspired? Leave me a comment down below. If you guys want to see more like tutorials or like themed makeup like this, don't forget to leave me a comment, and I would love to see you in my next video, so please consider subscribing before you go, and that like button so that everybody else on YouTube land can see me as well.